So after working in both the US and in Germany as a waiter and a bartender, I would like to answer some of these questions that you guys have about being a waiter and a bartender in the US. Today's video is going to be about waiting or serving. So yeah, let's get into this video. What's going on, guys? It is your boy DQ back at you again with yet another video. If you're brand new here, hit that subscribe button. I mean, it's kind of easy, just like a tap of a button. So today's video is actually about serving and waiting in the US compared to Germany. And here are going to be 4 differences for you guys. Let's get it. So number 1, first thing on the list will actually be the amount of staff that each place has. In the US, you will see that a restaurant will probably have like around 10 servers on at a time, maybe more depending on the size of the restaurant. The reason why that is because each server will have around 3 or 4 tables that they are taking care of. While in Germany, we only had 3 servers for a 50-table restaurant, which is absolutely insane if you think about it. The reason why this is actually going to lead us into number 2 is how much these servers are actually paid. So in the US, servers are actually paid $2.13 an hour. In Germany, servers are actually paid like around 10 euros an hour, which is equivalent to maybe like 13 or 14 euros. I'm not quite sure. Hey Google, how many US dollars is 10 euros?
12.1896 US dollars.
So it's about 12 US dollars an hour, which is absolutely insane. Going from $2.13 in the US to 12.18 in Germany is kind of crazy. The reason why this actually is because in the US, servers actually work on tips. So tipping kind of has like a racist connotation to it. If you go back to the Civil War, afterwards a lot of these slaves ended up looking for work. And to pretty much keep these slaves in their place, they became servers or bellhops or elevator operators, and that was when people worked on tips. And that's kind of like a racist thing because they would just be like, oh yeah, huh. And it became legal because it was the way to keep the oppression. And so it kind of reached today's society where the servers still make around $2.13 an hour and work primarily on tips. And so that's why you actually have like the servers in your face in the US, because the amount a server typically gets depends on the service that you actually get. And since the restaurants aren't really paying these servers, they can afford to have more servers on. Whereas in Germany, since they are paying 10 to 12 or sometimes maybe even more euros an hour, they cannot afford to have all of these servers on, which is why you only see around 3 servers in Germany at a restaurant. And even if it's just like a bar, one of the most popular bars in my town had 3 bartenders. One was the owner and the other 2 people there. And when I say this was the most busy bar, it's absolutely insane. In Germany, you still tip, but you typically tip your pocket change or something on top of it, which actually adds up a lot. You make maybe around 100 euros a night just from tips in Germany, because one person taking care of all those tables, that's a lot of tips to be taken, you know? And that leads into number 4, which is the pace of the service. In the US, you can really see the difference in the pace of the service. It's really, oh, here's your drinks, what's your food? Okay, do you want an appetizer? If you got alcohol, it has to be on your table within 2 to 3 minutes of you ordering that drink. And then your food typically takes around 10 to 15 minutes, and then you need to ask for a dessert afterwards and whatnot. So the turnaround point is typically around 45 minutes for a table in the US. Whereas in Germany, the pace is a little bit more slower because you do not have so many servers. And so what's going on? You probably are gonna wait a little bit longer for your drink or something like that. I know a lot of people said they haven't waited that long for a drink, but personally, working at a bar where I was the only bartender for a 50-table restaurant, I've literally had people waiting 45 minutes for their drinks. Since there are also less servers, the pace of the meal is actually going to be a little bit longer in Germany as well, but it could be around the same time if the restaurant isn't busy. Man, but talking about all these bar differences, let's get into that video. Subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for that video coming out. If you've made it this far into the video, that means you kind of got some value from it, so hit that subscribe button down below. You won't regret it. Hit one of these videos also to see more of this pretty face. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Let's go. Peace out, guys. Yeah.